I know for myself when I look out into the audience, for example, if I see a kid who's kind of like got his eyes closed and kind of like dancing or singing the words or whatever, but he's kind of like in his own zone, in his own space, I'm much like happy, and it makes me feel that I'm kind of doing my job, and it makes me feel I'll actually like zone into him and get inspiration from the fact that he's having this kind of really authentic experience with the music. Whereas if I like, you know, the kid who's sitting in the front row like screaming my name out the whole time and going like this, you know, I'll never look at that kid. You know, I won't give him the satisfaction, because he's not there to have his own experience of the music. He's there because he just wants to rub up against something that he feels is bigger than himself. And that's not the case, you know. It's like, you know, it's like people have to take kind of responsibility for their own. And you want people to be having a spiritual experience, and maybe that kid is just not in that place yet, you know. Part of, I feel like maybe part of what I do, I'm like a gateway drug into jam music, you know, for a lot of kids, you know. Kind of like, you know, a lot of kids that come might not go to see, you know, are not used to necessarily having that kind of experience, spiritual experience with the music. So they're coming to see like Matisyahu, you know, and Matisyahu is like supposed to take them somewhere and be like this very dynamic, like charismatic guy, whatever. But that's not what I'm looking for, you know. And hopefully, like somewhere in the course of the show, that kid who's like screaming the whole time, for me to look at him, he's gonna actually get affected like by the music to the point where he kind of forgets all that, and he forgets where he is for a second, and he kind of like taps into something more authentic and real that's in himself, that's not about me, you know, but it's about him. Recently, we've been doing these southern shows a lot with like Christian followers who've been coming after the show and stuff. I have absolutely no problem with Christianity, but people often there's a lot of Christians that are into my music, you know, because it's faith music. But there's a line sometimes that they cross where part of the Christian ideology is, you know, that you have to believe that Christ is the Messiah, or else you're going to hell, basically. So they sort of feel bad for me, like, oh, he's so great and he's so good, but only if he would just take, you know, believe in Jesus. Pray three times a day, in the morning before half day, in the afternoon before sunset, and at nighttime, and we face east. So yeah, I got this cool compass, shows which direction is east. East is towards the dumpster. Perfect. Basketball game here tonight, 24,000 people, sold out. Matisyahu show. We'll see. See if anyone shows. We're just down the street from the basketball game, so I told Mike he should send someone over there with a big poster saying the show has not started yet. Like when people get out of the game, they should come over here. But that's a concern of the evening. People will show up to the show. It's a cool venue. The venue's really sick. It's nice. Like
spirit that's there. That's what I noticed about him at first. When I watched the DVD, you know, I noticed how he got up there and he just kind of, he's getting in tune with the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and the Ruach HaKodesh, and then he gets into it. And you know, there'd be a lot of people in Christianity who would say, that's just a fad. But there's, like I said, I'm new and I'm still learning and seeing more and more come out, and especially the resonance of his voice, and especially tonight. I mean, I was standing right up front and my whole body was vibrating. It was just blowing me. Yeah, and I'm not a touchy-feely type of guy.
Right.
And I look for the truth. And the group I'm with, that's what I look for. And that's why we're here tonight. We got the DVD and heard about him and wanted to see him in person.
Won't you get up from your knees? It's just lies in disguise. Chorus truth, won't you please realize? Deep into the humble one on Mount Sinai. All will not praise from below till above. Flying in the sky, fingers like thunder. Soaring to Shemayim with angels calling love. And the glory of us every like a glove. All will not praise from below till above. Flying in the sky.